Here I am doing my second video post from the office, and I think it's my fifth one overall. And I've had some, very good friends in here today, just telling me stories about animals actually. One very good friend was telling me how they grew up in a family where there could be cruelty to animals, cruelty to the people, and it sounded quite really actually psychopathic in some of the patterns that were going on there and a bit sadistic and things. But the great thing is that this person was saying how they were telling me how they themselves, never did that sort of thing, how they had enough, I suppose, strength and fitness in their mind, mental fitness of just caring, and enough rational understanding and emotional understanding, enough empathy and compassion and care and insight to realize that no, that's wrong, that's not the right thing to do. So it was quite fascinating to go from one good friend to the next good friend was telling me how, again, they've been very kind to animals and telling me all these beautiful stories about nature and animals and out in nature and just loving the animals, really. And so beautiful, uplifting stories coming from my good friends here, and once again teaching us about the importance of caring and having empathy and just giving to one another and being sensitive and responsive to each other, and, meeting the needs and letting people and animals have what they want that's reasonable, that's not excessive there. Earlier in the day I was writing the blog for the Science of the Mind website there, and I was talking about mental fitness and how I've been talking about mental fitness lately, that I've never really heard anybody else talking about this concept, that you could strengthen your mind, that you could bring a fitness to your mind. I've heard a lot of people talking about, say, physical fitness, but I've never come across anybody talking about mental fitness. That's just something that seems to be emerging during my own training in the Science of the Mind. But absolutely we can build up a mental fitness here. And I suppose my two good friends coming in here to spend time with me in the office here have been demonstrating this mental fitness. They're both coming in telling me, how they haven't been cared for themselves. They haven't really been given to themselves. People weren't being sensitive to them or showing them how to be sensitive to animals, to themselves, to the vulnerable little beings in the world. And yet they've been able to develop this. They've been able to learn this themselves. So beautiful, inspiring stories there showing that we can all learn these qualities. We can all develop this caring qualities, no matter what we've been through in our lives. Empathy is something we can learn, we can train, we can develop, and we can develop a mental fitness there. We can build it up over time. We can consciously make it important in our minds. We can build up this fitness in our mind and strength. And what I was talking about on the blog was about this strength in just goodness, in thinking good thoughts, in speaking good words and doing good things. And actually, one of my good friends here today was just actually telling me that they had this concept in their minds earlier in their life, that they would think about the different thoughts that people would have towards them, or the different speech or different behaviors. And they'd think of it as being like energy or light. And they actually bought this locket that had a little mirror on it that they would keep hanging here, and it was like that it would reflect anything bad, any bad thoughts, any bad energy, any bad vibes that anybody sent towards them. It just bounced away and they wouldn't absorb it. I thought it was a beautiful analogy to use within the Science of the Mind training. So I hope, you're enjoying this training and that you make yourself fit. Always remember that every opportunity, every moment is an opportunity to train ourselves to be that bit more patient, be that bit more kind, and that we can make ourselves really strong in kindness so it's unshakable, and so nobody can